Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity character showcase, and today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite characters in the roster, which is Maz Koshia. Maz Koshia, a very fascinating character, definitely one of the characters I was super excited to find out was even in this game due to the fact that this is a boss character from Breath of the Wild. But this character functions very interestingly, and in many ways it feels very reminiscent to like being almost a Hyrule Warriors 1 kind of character. The reason why I say that is that there are several combos that this character can do that all have varying degrees of usefulness, although just like with all the other characters of this game, the usefulness of this character on higher difficulties or in later maps is going to be hinging on the combos 5 and 6, but even the combo 2, I've also shown that in the Siege of Fort Hateno video, that the, the combo 2 is very nice because you can dodge cancel out of it. That goes in tandem with the ability that you unlock part way through the game as you progress with a character, where if you dodge, you'll leave an exploding duplicate in your place. I think part of the reason why Mas Koshia is so fascinating is because of the massive unique action. The massive unique action, it works in tandem with all of Maz Koshia's combos, because whenever Mas Koshia performs a combo, you'll notice that there are these things that stick around and materialize, and these objects that materialize will stay around for a while, and if you damage or break them, you will gain a rune, which will allow you to go into giant mode. Giant mode has some invincibility at the very beginning, and is very good for purposes of wave clear. So I've mentioned already the combo 2. I like this one a lot, particularly because you can just continuously dodge cancel out of it. It's very quick. When you first get the character, it's one of the stronger combos to use, since as you progress through the game, you'll need to unlock the combos yourself. The other combo that I can think of is also the combo 4. It was the combo 4, yeah, the combo 4, which is a constant spinning attack. This is also very decent for wave clear, and for the purposes of breaking, well, let's just say you have like two combo 2 abilities, and you try to go for the combo 4, you can just break them on the way, and then continue spinning, and then continue hitting the things on that way. The combo 5 that you saw me do over here, so it's 4 regular attacks, you'll create, there's a bit of a wind-up time for it, but if the enemy is hit the moment this shrine comes out, then you're going to expose a weak point gauge. And the good thing about this particular ability too is that when the shrine is out, when the shrine is out, you can hit that shrine for a rune, and you can constantly get 2 refunded back. So you'll expend 1 and recover 1 to make up for it. So you'll recover 1 and then get an extra 1. So you get 2 every single time. And this is very useful for laying on the damage and taking out the taluses, because the hammer will be able to hit the crystal no matter where you are, even if you're on the ground. That's something that's very useful to keep in mind. And then finally there is the combo 6. Summon these, and the thing about the combo 6 which makes it so interesting is that whenever a target gets hit by the spiky ball, you're going to expose the weak point gauge some more. This is extremely good for the purposes of just forcing the weak point gauge out. It comes out relatively quickly. It actually comes out faster than the combo 5, I think, so it's really useful. But there's a couple things that you can do with it. But the first thing that you'll notice when it comes to the combo 6 is that you'll summon all those spiked balls, and when all the spikes come out and they just hang around there, when all of them explode, you will get 1 rune for each ball that explodes. So you're going to be topped up the majority of the time for runes, so you can feel free to go nuts with just wave clearing with this particular ability. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that because I mentioned earlier that hitting an enemy with the spiked ball will expose a weak point gauge, as long as they can keep getting hit by it, they can continuously have that weak point gauge be forced out and damaged. So like you saw me just do right now, as soon as I let those spiked balls fly, I could bring out the hammer, and then they'll go around all by themselves, and then they will usually hit most enemies multiple times, giving you plenty of time to dash in, then go for a stasis, and then repeating the process over again. Or what you could do is, before you let them fly, you could go for more damage, and this is another option that Mas Koshia has. Instead of letting them fly, immediately go for the hammer to make them bounce up and down. This does tons of damage, and it won't necessarily... This is the only time, though, where it won't force the weak point gauge out, but if you're looking for damage, or the weak point gauge is already out, and you have stasis, this does so much to breaking the gauge. It should fully deplete the gauge on the highest difficulties fairly quickly. It's really deadly and really, really fun to use. Mas Koshia is a very powerful duelist. All of Maz Koshia's abilities do well in terms of wave clear, but for killing captains and boss enemies, this character just does so much. And yeah, that's really all I could say about the character. I could pretty much explain all there is to be explained, but I think the best way, of course, is just to go through the Unnatural Disaster mission and show you how my different methods for fighting each different boss type is how Mas Koshia really excels. So we're going to go ahead, skip ahead, and I'll show you guys just that. Okay, so to start off things with the Unnatural Disaster, like I said, I wanted to use this particular mission first. We'll do 2 demos because I really like using this character. I just wanted to use this particular mission because it shows all the different ways of how I deal with the enemies, and also gives you guys a better understanding of how each of the combos function in terms of breaking weak point gauges and exposing them. So going into... Wait, just double check. Very hard. And we will go and quickly check up on the weapon that I have. I have a Band of Truth here. For the most part, attack speed can be very, very useful. The thing about the combo 5, well, no, sorry, not the combo 5, the combo 6, is that that particular ability immediately exposes weak point gauge the moment this first spike ball comes out, and then it continuously goes the more you press the strong attack button. So part of what makes it so good is just the fact that if you can get to the combo 6 even faster, then having better attack speed will help reach that end, and it'll save your life in a couple of scenarios where you want to make sure you can interrupt whatever the enemy is doing. It's a very good combo, definitely one of the better combo 6s in the entire game, which is saying something considering that this game has so many good combo 6s. But yeah, a special attack charge rate is also very good, simply because you are going to be hitting enemies a lot. You're going to be finding yourself topped up a lot playing as Maz Koshia, simply because of all that wave clear, whether you're going to giant mode with the hammers or just fighting with the spiked balls. A lot of collateral damage is going to be happening when you're playing as his characters, so yeah, definitely get ready for that. Give yourself some more special attack charge rate, give yourself some more opportunities to give yourself momentum, lots of options, which we're going to be showing you guys as we go in and fight against this Unnatural Disaster. A bunch of Hinox, bunch of Lionel, and of course the Stone Taluses, which I feel that this character does the best against out of all the characters in the roster. Let's go. Let the games begin! Alright, so the first is a Igneo Talus. Of course, we don't have any runes because the map just started. Thankfully, this particular combo does such a good job of interrupting enemies, and you get all of our runes back. Okay, here we go. What I'm gonna do, just go for the bounce. Because it hits so high, that bounce hits so high, so powerfully, and so repeatedly, you're going to be breaking that pretty soon. But the combo 5 also does pretty well, as you're going to see here. Wait, no, that's not a combo 5. This is a combo 5. So again, hit twice, we're getting all those runes back for free, hit the stasis, and just continuously hits. Even though you can't see the meter going down, or you can't see the gauge going down, you're going to get all those free hits. That giant mode is like a free cherry pick on those, and just like that, the Igneo Talus is dead. Yeah, lots of options. Well, not really lots, but 2 very, very solid options for how you fight against this particular enemy. And again, here we go. I saw him going for an attack. I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. Okay, never mind. I thought he was gonna go for like for the attack where he just like pounds the ground with his face. Yeah. Anyways, it took some damage, but that's okay. Take some free damage there. One of the annoying things about playing as Mas Koshia is that, similar to Zant from the first Hyrule Warriors game, there are like the transformation or the long animation sequences that the character does that makes you a little bit more vulnerable. Thankfully, this character does have a little bit of vulnerability to work with, but even so, it's one of those things where like you gotta be really careful and very, very sure that you're executing all of your abilities properly and not distracted. Other than that, though, I mean, like, the combo 6 that you cancel out, instead of letting them fly against the Taluses, is just really good, because, again, you're constantly hitting those weak points. Alright, next up is a Hinox. Might as well try going for this. Let's see what we can get from this. Okay, so again, combo 6. We're gonna go for, another interrupted one. Oh, no, not... Okay, never mind. Okay, so my idea here is that we are going to try to punish this, and then, yeah, this is going to be a free break, but then after this break, we're going to try to facilitate throwing the combo 6 at them. First, to start things off with here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you're sending them flying. Ah, the tree was in the way. Hang on. Basically, what I'm trying to do is that as I send out each of the combo 6 spiked balls out, what's going to happen is that I'm going to hit them with a hammer. And then when I hit them with a hammer, then all of the spiked balls will be very erratic in their movements. So when they're erratic in their movements, there's going to be just some more opportunities for me to just go out and then continuously hit them with more. I might not be able to do it for this Hinox because the damage output's so high. But essentially what I was trying to aim for here, and I should be able to do it because this next enemy is a Guardian. No. If this Guardian's going to go for a laser beam, then it would be easier to interrupt, but instead we're going to have to settle for a punish. Oh, that was a bad choice on my part. And like I said, at the beginning of the combo 5, it's not as reliable as the combo 6, but the combo 5 also has a chance to stun the enemy too. Okay, this is a good opportunity, because now it's down their back. So the moment they fly, again, you get an opportunity because, again, they're just erratically moving around. Just like that. So even though all the attacks just seem to be flying away, thanks to the fact that they're so unpredictable and they're bouncing everywhere with the power of physics, there is always that chance to redeem yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna go for an attack. I can easily punish this with a combo 5. Actually, I think we can just pummel him to death without even needing to worry about that. Something I probably should have considered too is that whenever I see the Malice Guardian go for an attack, I could transform to give myself some invincibility. But we'll figure that out next time. Okay, let's go for some specials here. And... okay, there we go. You got one combo off and then immediately just go for the stasis. Even if you can't finish the combo, it's better that you stasis as soon as possible so that you can guarantee one whole combo to yourself. It's so good that it could even combo from there. From so far away. That was a really close one. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone for another combo 6. And of course, similarly to like Hyrule Warriors 1, you can dodge cancel a lot of your combos so that you can close that distance just a little bit more. And in this game, since you have the stasis available, you can close that distance and go in for another stasis. And then continue on with another combo. That was a bit messy. I could have done a lot better. Sometimes I could do this without getting hit, but again, because of the unpredictability of how sometimes the spiked balls from the combo 6 will hit them. In open spaces, it tends to be a little bit better. In cornered spaces, it tends to be a bit hit or miss, because sometimes the attacks just go through the walls. But I think for the most part, though, that's more or less the main thing about Maz Koshia, is that you're always keeping the attacks going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut ahead, and we're going to go to a separate mission, and we'll see what Mas Koshia looks like in a fields mission kind of deal. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, so for this next demo, what we're going to do is we're going to play the Hold the Line mission. The reason why I want to do this one, I don't think I normally do this one, but I consider this to be one of the more challenging missions. So even though we already had another one previously in this video, but I want to do this one again. I know I did this for the Claymore Link one, but I think that this would be a very good job of kind of showcasing how Mas Koshia works in these kinds of scenarios too, where there's time. So the thing about Mas Koshia is that the damage output of this particular character is exceptionally high. I know I said that with a lot of characters, but I feel that a lot with this character. Like, to give some perspective, the weapon that I have for Maz Koshia isn't even that high in terms of base damage compared to the other videos that I've made on here. But the thing that makes Maz Koshia so strange, and I'm hoping it translates better as you guys are watching this video right now, is that there is a little bit of more thought process that goes into playing as this character. Normally with Warriors games, you don't really have to think about thinking all that much. But, like, I have to be very, very careful with my, like, perception of what the enemies are doing, kind of making sure that I can execute things properly. So that's what I'm hoping to do over here. And the thing is, the reason why I picked this map as well is that there is that time element. The time element where you want to get rid of enemies as soon as possible. I already did this with the Claymore Link, but I really like this map for the purposes of just having examples ready. There we go. We had the Hinox. Ooh, I was too late. Oh no. That's fine. Yeah, just like that. Again, if you can release the combo 6 and then immediately follow it up with the giant mode, you're going to do a fair amount of damage. You don't even have to be that close either, because look how much distance that is. And the range of Maz Koshia's stasis is surprisingly far as well, so yeah, obviously you want to make sure that you're getting your dodge cancels down, and that's what I said though, is that I wanted to make sure that, like, I'm very accurate with all of my inputs here. Because even though Warriors games don't tend to be that intensive, mechanically speaking, the thing is though, the act of doing live commentary and playing at the same time, not to make excuses, I will though, but it does make it a little bit trickier. So apologies if the previous demonstration wasn't up to standards, because yeah, we were really cutting it close that time with the Lionels. But to redeem myself, I have picked the map with, like, I think there's like 2 Lionels to fight in this one. I think it was 2 Lionels. Either way though, the thing about Mas Koshia as well is that surprising amounts of meter buildup with the giant mode. Okay, yeah, that stronghold that we have over here. Like I did mention at the beginning of the video, this character is very similar to a Hyrule Warriors 1 kind of character, and that's because, yeah, each of the different combos that they have, like, you know, I could just do the combo 2, and you could still get some decent results out of this, just experimenting with all the different combos. Stuff like that, it's very similar in that sometimes the gimmick of a character isn't about using their best combo, sometimes it's just about using, like the combo 4, the combo 3 sometimes. Varies. I feel like it's a lot more streamlined in this game. I could just be imagining things too. This is just me expressing my thoughts in word form for all of you people, for your hearing pleasure. Okay, I really hope this hits the Guardian. Alright, here we go. Oh, really? Can't believe the Moblin just came in from the side and then just decided to faceplant me. Maybe fighting the Moblin would be a good idea here. Except there's a thing in the way. Okay, we gotta be very careful here. Let's go for some damage. Oh, look how much damage that is. Okay, I had to throw out a bomb just to give myself a little bit more room to breathe. I should have been more careful there. Alright, here we go. You know what I should be doing? I should be taking more advantage of the fact that the Combo 6 has so much range and just firing them off from, like, the opposite side. Okay, I think that's all for enemies here, so we can go ahead and address some Lionels. I think there's the first Lionel that we have to deal with here. It's a spear. I'm not very familiar with fighting spears. I'm usually just used to fighting the dual blades or the crushers. How much damage is this to be? That's quite a bit of damage, yeah. Okay, so now that we have done this, we can actually potentially start a loop. Oh boy, we're gonna cut it close again? Alright, here we go everyone. If you guys are watching this video right now, it was all done in one take. I hope. Because I'm probably gonna restart it anyways. Yeah, I don't have any intention of reusing this this video if I end up dying. That's a promise. So if you guys are watching this video, it means that I survived. Spoilers, I survived. Okay. I know that there's a bunch of moblins. And the thing about Mas Koshia's giant mode is that we have 6 casts of the giant mode, which is a fairly nice crowd control and potential lifeline if we care about things like invincibility. But we're going to use the laser beam as a bit of crowd control here. Let's stasis this. Okay, that's a fair amount of damage, and I broke quite a few gauges, so that should at least kill those. Awesome. Is there another one that I should be worried about? Okay, and then there's a Lionel coming our way too. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, I see. I don't know if I could dodge that or not. Okay. No, that wasn't fast enough. That wasn't close enough. Okay, okay. Here we go. This is a chance. This is an opportunity. Okay, there's one opportunity. Maybe I should have stalled out a little bit. Give my stasis a little bit more time to recharge. You got this? Oh man, the folk is really hard for this part. Because I think certain moves are just fast enough to interrupt the combo 6, so despite the fact that it's such a fast combo, it still might not be fast enough. Oh, should I heal? I don't know, like the thrill of being at a quarter heart is keeping me a little bit focused. There's a fire moblin coming in from the south, but I might as well take this keep. Yeah, let's heal. We're frauds. This is where people realize that I'm actually a fraud and I'm actually terrible at this game. Oh, I just saw the laser coming out. I had to panic. I'm always like a split second too late, though. Alright. Hopefully that broke both, and that killed the ice moblin. No, it didn't. Okay, so we broke one. By the time this is done, the other Hinox will come out of stasis. Oh, no. Since I broke both of them, it would have damaged them anyways. Awesome. And there isn't nearly enough density of these bokoblins, I think. But the thing is, though, Mas Koshia does unlock the ability to damage enemies whenever you dodge. So, with that in mind... Oh, I was too late. Alright. Yeah, again, releasing the combo 6 and then hitting it with a hammer is fairly reliable, as you can see in this video. Ugh, I still didn't get hit. That's good. Well, better safe than sorry, I guess. Better than wasting everybody's time than have... Or, well, not really your time. Whenever you guys see a video, it's because it's the final cut. For me, it's my time that... I'm not wasting it, but I am... Like, when you're doing long sessions, your performance starts to suffer, as you evidently have seen. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hopefully this reaches both of them. It needs to. Yes, it did. We're gonna dribble these. Alright. And this is the last outpost that we have to get to, so this is great. We're going to distance ourselves a little bit. Release. Dodge forward. And then go for the kill. Here we go. Alright, that was it. And we didn't even get hit. Alright. Oh, I was so reckless in that one, but the thing about Mas Koshia, again, is that if you're tying all those abilities together and making use of the physics, making use of the ability to immediately force out that weak point gauge with the combo 6 and then catching them, in a way it's kind of similar to the Claymore and how the Claymore's combo 6 sends out a shockwave, and if you can dodge cancel towards the enemy and hit them with a stasis, then you have everything that you need to like just finish off the rest of that because of that damage output that the spiked ball dribble does. But yeah, that was a pretty tense one. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it out, but that was all, full disclosure, that was all one recording. Also, it was also my first attempt at this one too. That's good. Sometimes it's not the first attempt. Little known fact. But yes, Mas Koshia, absolute powerhouse. One of... I know I say this a lot, but it's worth repeating that every character in the roster of Age of Calamity has some kind of power move about them that sets them apart. And the thing about Maz Koshia is that there's that balance of very, very strong setups and the raw firepower. You literally get the best of both worlds when you're playing as Maz Koshia, and still, right now, one of my favorite characters overall in the roster. And I hope that after seeing this video, you guys have a better understanding and appreciation for what Maz Koshia does in this game as well. Other than that, though, guys, thank you very, very much for joining me on today's showcase. It got a little bit tense, got a little bit heated there, but that was fun, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time when we go towards the next couple of characters. We don't have very many to go through. I think the next up is going to be Terako and Koga, and the last two characters after that. So we're down to the last 4 now. We're counting it down, and what we're going to do past that point, I do not know. But I'm excited for whatever that's going to be, and hope to see you guys there. See you next time.